So, Windhoek, useful. But realistically, frustrating. We started off by doing a tour of the embassies, and over the course of our stay in Windhoek, we went back to the DRC embassy 5 times, but we didn't get anywhere. We got to the point where Angola, 7-day transit, not great. DRC, who knows, could be 3 months. And the Republic of Congo, thumbs up, green tick, the lot. So frustratingly, that means that it's easy to get into the north of those 3 countries. The middle's an absolute nightmare, and Angola we could get into, but not for very long. So Friday afternoon, all the embassies are closed over the weekend, so we just sacked it and legged it west. So we found our spot for the night, and you can see perhaps the guys are just getting some photographs and stuff done. Bouldering, very energetic. We haven't put the roof tents up yet, but just getting a bit of grub underway. Frying out some greens. We've got a bit of oil coming on in a second. Using a gas stove to boil some water. We'll get some flame action on the Buddha balls in a second. Should be a decent scoff, quite delicious. By that stage, quite frankly, it was just a joy to get out of Windhoek. So we had 2 nights out there near Swakopmund, and we took the opportunity to go to the Cape Cross Seal Reserve, where there were thousands of seals. So come on then, Jack, what have we got cooking?
Bacon and eggs, mate.
Yes! Delicious! One of these little chaps has come to where we're allowed. They seem quite friendly. I hope you can hear the sounds they're making. Hi, mate. I cannot convey the smell. It is absurd. Anyway, it's bloody disgusting. We decided to make a decision. Wednesday morning, still no news. We went to the Republic of Congo. There was a gentleman who sorted us out, ultimately told us that it would take no time at all and we would receive an express visa. We started looking at options to go around DRC. Now, it's pretty much the size of Western Europe. We can't go through it. To get around it via the east, an obscene detour, 6,000 kilometers. And even then to get in across the top, you're going through the Central African Republic, not that safe. And my mother would be freaking out. So the other opportunity is to get around it to the west. And there are shipping companies that do go around that route. But unfortunately, there is no passenger ferry to get a car simply around from Angola. If we shipped from Luanda into Port Noir, it was going to cost us something like 3.5 grand. You've then got all of the customs difficulties as well. That isn't an option. We looked at air freight. That is absurdly expensive. And I got in touch with a friend about the idea of putting the pickup into the back of a lorry, getting someone to drive the lorry with the car in it through the country. But again, that was just going to cost us a fortune. We have one option as well, where we could just try and meet someone at the border of DRC and they could drive the car for us through the country, and then we could pick it up again in Kinshasa in the Republic of Congo. But the chance of finding someone, I mean, it's not, we may never get the car back, but it's not my car. But I mean, it wasn't really a good option. 2 choices. First, sack the whole thing, destination unknown, and head east. Go into Botswana, Zambia, and then see what else is around there. That'd be great fun. Option 2, head to Rundu, on the border with Angola. You can get a 30-day tourist visa with relative ease, and then drive to Lufu on the border with DRC, and from Lufu essentially try and bribe our way into the country. So that's what we're going to do. Decision made, we sacked it from Windhoek and headed north up to Etosha. And once again, as we journeyed north, we saw the animals, the terrain, and most recently, the weather change. We're just grabbing a quick sandwich, but isn't this a ridiculous view? Etosha. We're in Rundu now. The river behind me is the Okavango, but today is Saturday the 3rd of March. We're going to wait until Monday for the consulate to open, and then we're going to apply for our visas for Angola. Once again, everything crossed. We should be able to take our time to get to the DRC border. Hopefully, some absolute legend from DRC decides that my incredibly poor French, that will be shaming my grandmother, may be enough to get us through. So before we leave Rundu, we're going to be stocking up on budget cigarettes, Coca-Cola, beer, anything anyone could conceivably want on the DRC border, and we'll go from there. Wish us luck.